Monopoly sucks, you guys. There's two types of people. People who like Monopoly and normal people, okay? It's the worst board game I've ever played in my life. People who like Monopoly are like people who say wheat thins is their favorite food, okay? They're not normal. They're boring, strange people. Every time I played Monopoly, a friendship or relationship has ended. An argument has ensued. There have been tears. I once played a game of Monopoly in high school with a friend named Becky. It was that last week of August between summer break and high school starting back up, and we would set up the Monopoly board in her basement, and every day we would come down and continue this game, which lasted for approximately 5 days. And she was one of those messed up people that I just kept saying can we forfeit? This is our summer vacation. Can I just stop playing Monopoly? Can we be done? But she wouldn't let it end. It was this sick thing where she's like, no, you have to legitimately lose. She wanted to see me lose Monopoly and witness it happen, which is really fucked up because that's what people who like Monopoly like to do. They want to watch this slow descent because it's never a quick game. And at the end of 5 days, the game finally ended, and then we never hung out again after that because it ruined our friendship. The people who make the game Monopoly make all these new versions, it's Simpsons Monopoly, it's Seinfeld Monopoly, etc., to try and remarket this game that is garbage, okay? It's based on the city of Atlantic City, which I'm from southern New Jersey, so I happen to know that Atlantic City is a cesspool of humanity, okay? That was my local metropolis. It's a terrible place, and anything based on it is a piece of shit. So I have passionate feelings about it. And I thought that once I reached adulthood, I'd be done. Because when you're younger, you go along with pretty much everything someone says, but everyone's playing it or everyone's hanging out, so I have to do it. And I was once I'm an adult, who's gonna own Chutes and Ladders? If you go over a guy's house and he has Chutes and Ladders, leave. Why would you have a game like that after a certain age in your life? So I thought I'd never have to play it again. And then a few months ago, my boyfriend Johnny invited me to a game night at his friend Alicia's house. It was going to be a couples thing with multiple people. And he said game night. And to me, there's a few tiers of game night in adulthood. It could be, we're not in college, but there's a chance it could still be a drinking game, some casual beer pong or tailgating stuff, or something like the Heads Up game on a phone, or Cards Against Humanity is really popular. The whole point of it being that the game is just a part of the evening, but really you're there to eat, drink, and socialize. It's not the focus of the evening. Occasionally I've been to one where it's some sort of strategy game, but luckily you can usually convince people to just do one round and then you're done and you order Domino's, and game night was just a reason to hang out, basically. So this is my first time meeting his group of friends as a girlfriend. So I'm on well behavior. I pay $5 for a bottle of wine instead of $3 at Trader Joe's because I want to impress them. And I pick up some wine and snacks, and we go over his friend Alicia's house. And she has a one-bedroom apartment in Hollywood, and we're all going to hang out and play a game night game. And I walk in, and on the table is only one game, and it's Monopoly. And I was like, who are your friends? Immediately, I pass a very harsh judgment on, I'm questioning, he seemed fine, we've been together for 8 months, but do I know? Suddenly I'm questioning everything about our relationship because he hangs out with someone whose idea of game night is a single game, Monopoly, not even a themed version, sitting on the table. It's 8 p.m. and I'm this could be 2 hours or this could be the rest of my life. I don't know how long this is going to take or what is expected of me, but I'm already wondering, do I start up my Bumble account again? I don't know. But it's something's going to happen tonight. It's walking into IKEA with someone where you're this was great, but this might be it. So I sit down. Alicia's boyfriend is there. I'm with my boyfriend. There's a few other couples there. And we're each given our pieces of junk, thimbles and whatever the fuck is in the box. And I want to say it's because I'm sweet that I don't want to cheat to win, but really I'm honestly just too stupid at the game of Monopoly to know how to cheat to win. But I know how to cheat to lose. And I decide that my focus of the night is to make this game go as fast as possible by ruining it for everybody. Because I want to leave, and I'm just like looking to the tunnel of like, what is it going to take? Can I fake something? I've honestly used the excuse of like stomach problems way too much. Like everyone knows when I'm lying about it. I was like, I have to come up with something good. So I just decided I'm going to funnel money from the game throughout the evening until someone loses. To me, that seemed like the most realistic thing. I'm honestly don't know enough about the real estate bargaining system to know how to throw it that way. So I was like, I'll just funnel money from the board. Like, who's going to notice? We're drinking, we're hanging out. But you know who notices? The type of people who play Monopoly. Because they keep track of everything, and they know what you're doing. But I decide to be slick, and throughout the evening, I'm just counting my fake 500s and stuff like that. That's not even real currency, okay? There's no $500 bill, I'm just saying. But there is in this stupid game. And so as we're going through the game, I keep taking money from my stacks and hiding it in my clutch. And then as people get up to get snacks or drinks, I keep taking money and like tucking it back in the box or trying to find something to do with it, just subtly throughout the evening when there's little breaks. Because Monopoly takes so long, we have to make several Trader Joe's flatbreads just to sustain ourselves through this game, and I need as much fuel as possible to keep myself from falling onto the floor in a rage fit. So again, I just keep taking money from the board. I'm trying to, get to know everybody the best that I can, even though I'm like, this is probably it. If this is what game night is here, like this is probably a one and done situation. And getting to know everyone, they seem relatively nice. Again, it's sweet that my boyfriend has wanted to involve me in this thing, but I'm really just being a brat about wanting to get out of here because I want to get out, preferably with my relationship intact. So by the end of the night, the game only lasts for 4.5 hours, which is reasonable, right, guys? It's only 4.5 hours. It's after midnight. It feels like I can't remember a time before the game started. It's been so long. And finally, we get to the end. No one's really said anything about how everything went down. Ultimately, Alicia won, who was the hostess, because, of course, the host always wins at Monopoly, because they know they're the type of person who will win at Monopoly. That's why they host a Monopoly night, because they're not good people. So we get to the end of the night. She wins. They're putting everything away. No one really addresses anything. And I leave. I go home with Johnny. And a few days later, he brings up the game night and says, everyone was so happy to meet you, and they want to have you over again sometime. And he doesn't use these exact words to describe why Alicia wants to have me over again for a follow-up game night. But essentially, it seems like they realized I was funneling money, but they thought it was because I was like stupid or not very good at it. So they want to have me over to play again so they can teach me how to play Monopoly. Because they realized I was taking money, and they were like, maybe she's embarrassed and she didn't know how to play. So we'll have her over again, and it's totally okay. We'll show her how the money works, and we'll break it down, like for a longer than 4.5 hour session. And because I want to make this work, next Thursday after game night, I return to Alicia's house and then let them teach me to play Monopoly. And I'm happy to say that I'm still in that relationship, but also that game night was the worst night of my life. Thank you very much, guys. Give it up for your host, Dan.
Liza Minnelli, ladies and gentlemen.